What's good, everybody? I'm Wesley. I'm here today with my group of friends. I got Travis.
What's up?
Jacob.
Hey.
Hunter.
How y'all doing?
Scott.
Yo.
And we are the Under the Tent podcast, and that's the name we're going to roll with here, for now at least, because our whole group, we go by the name of Clyde Marley's Magical Circus, kind of a long explanation for that. So we'll get into that and explain it one day. But I guess we'll start off with how we all met. I'll start. I'm 20. I attend UNCG in North Carolina. I'm actually transferring out to switch my major. I was fashion design at UNCG, but I'm switching to sports management. I know it's two ends of the spectrum, but the whole fashion thing just wasn't what I was looking for. So I guess I'll let Travis go next.
I'm 20, currently right now going to community college, and plan on transferring to a 4-year here really soon, and have aspirations of hopefully being able to join the FBI at one point. So, Scott, you want to go ahead and go next?
I'm 17. I'm the youngest of the group. I'm a junior at Bunn High School. By far. I'm a junior at Bunn High School. I'm playing football, and I'm trying to play college football after my senior season, if that hopefully happens.
What's up, guys? I'm Hunter. I am attending community college currently. I hope to go on to a 4-year and be a education major. What's up, Jacob?
I'm 20. I'm also at community college. I'm not really sure what for yet, but I'm kind of figuring it out as I go.
All right, I guess we'll start off with where we want this to go. So this will probably be uploaded first to Spotify if we use Anchor, and to definitely on YouTube. So the YouTube channel you're watching on, we're also going to turn it into, the name will probably be Clyde Marley's Magical Circus. You'll probably see that if you're listening to this. We're going to upload different skits, sports videos with football, basketball. There are others of us with Trevor, Keith, and Caleb that'll be joining us, I'm sure. Maybe not necessarily on here as much, but definitely in the videos for sure, because they have their own lives with jobs and stuff, and schedules are hard to fit in. So the whole point of the podcast, though, the way it's going to work is everybody brings in a different topic. So I don't know Scott, Hunter, Jacob's, Travis's topics, and they don't know mine, but we do have one group and we're going to speak on before, and that's if the NBA should come back. So I guess we'll start off with that, and then we'll get into everybody's individual topics. So.
Yeah, the NBA and just really just sports in general, whether or not they should be coming back with everything that's going on right now in the world. And I know the NBA is making a decision pretty soon whether or not they should be coming back. And as a fan, I'm come back, because I was enjoying the season and stuff like that. But it's just really and truly time is going to tell whether or not they do end up coming back. And
I don't think they should come back.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. I think if you're getting so many people together, like you said, it was in Disneyland. They were playing.
Yeah, they were talking about doing it. They'll put the entire NBA in Disney World or Disneyland, one or the other, and just having them the entire league isolated there. But I don't think that would work in the first place, because they're definitely not going to keep every single person from coaching staff, trainers, all of them locked in Disney World with the players on top of that, because it just takes one simple slip up and then quarantine is nothing. Everybody has it, which obviously we hope it doesn't happen. From a fan's perspective, I would love for it to come back, but I think it's deeper than sports. It's not worth the death and sadness that comes along with the whole disease part of it.
There's a lot of risk, you know. Like you were saying, if you have all these people confined to one area, all it takes is one or two people to go out and get infected and bring it back to Disneyland where they're going to be hosting it, and then now everyone's going to potentially get infected.
Yeah, and it'll spread like wildfire.
That's what you see in stuff like all the rest homes and everything like that.
Yeah.
Like in Lewisburg, it's one of our local towns that's around here. It was just one. It was like a visitor or a worker or something. He just had it on him, and he just one day. I mean, that's all it took, and it spread like wildfire across the whole place. And now that town is leading a good, not at least the county. It's up there in the whole state.
I think the county
both
we're
cases
in,
and deaths.
Yeah, I think the county we're in leads the state.
It definitely
deaths.
is leading in the county for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So
in the state. But yes, I don't think it's worth the risk. I don't think we'll have college football either. I think the NFL will be here, but I don't think we'll have college football. I was listening to ESPN radio, and they were talking about. And the biggest thing is the TV companies just don't want to miss out on the money. But then again, if they don't have it, one thing I didn't know is like the money they bring in, like a school like Carolina or Texas, Florida, school like that, the money they bring in helps give to scholarships for them that they can have kids enroll. So that'll be interesting to see if they kind of say screw it and just have it so they don't miss out on the money, or they're smart, don't have it, and just deal with the repercussions of it. Because one thing I heard is they're talking about pushing it back to January. And I don't think that's a good idea because the NFL Combine is like March 27th, 28th, something like that, into March. And it's just not worth it because the Trevor Lawrence's, Justin Fields, players like that aren't going to play in the season because if they go out there, get hurt week 3, their draft stock drops and it's not worth losing all that money. And the whole players with the Combine, if they mess up, get hurt, obviously the Combine, they can't do it. Or they'll choose go to the Combine or keep playing for your college, just give up your eligibility or not, and it's just not worth the risk to them.
I'm hoping high school sports are still obviously going to be going just because I'm still playing high school sports. So I'm playing football, and I know they were talking about taking our season back a couple weeks or just cutting off the first bit of the season, which is just non-conference. So like the first 3 or 4 games or so, and I mean that would. I'd take that. Obviously, just a senior season in general is what I'm hoping for. But I mean, if it's gonna be for the safety of the whole area and all the, I got a 3-year-old niece that I don't know what I'd do if I'd take that back to her, and Lord knows what would happen to her. But just stop.
I just know that when it comes down to like the NCAA and the NFL, stuff like that, and other sports leagues in general, if they can come back in a safe way to make their money, they're going to do it. They're at least going to try it, especially when the NFL, when they start back in, September they start? Yeah. Or August? When they start back or try to start back, it's going to be hopefully during a time where it's slowing down, the virus is slowing down and stuff like that. But if stuff is still running rampant like it is, they're probably going to say, yeah, we're not even going to try it. Or try to just push back the date, like Wesley was saying, as far as the NCAA.
Like, personally, my mom's a nurse, and she works in the COVID clinics and everything. And she has firsthand experience of what's going on. And she's talking about how she doesn't think that we should be opening everything up so fast. And we still need to take time because, in a sports perspective, if there's still even just mild cases going around here and there, a huge sporting event like college football or NFL, or even at the high school level, some of the bigger high schools, which Bun isn't, but anything in the bigger cities or everything like that, just one person going to such a huge sporting event, that could spread to hundreds or thousands of people even.
Yeah. You could play like soccer over in Europe. They play now with no fans. So that's always an option for American-based sports. Just play with no fans. You'd lose the money, but
you still get the TV money.
The TV money. People would all tune in.
That's probably the biggest part. Is just
did you see what the Korean team did?
Yeah, I did.
I don't know if anybody doesn't know. Look up FC Seoul. It's a Korean team, and they. Do you know what I'm talking about, Travis?
No, I don't.
They played since they obviously can't have fans. They put blow-up dolls in the stands and played with that, and they had to apologize, and they used them as fans. But one thing you were talking about last night, me and Hunter on FIFA, is in soccer, obviously they're playing, but there's no fans and stuff, and during the celebrations,
you have to stay 6 feet apart during celebrations.
Yeah, you have to if you score a goal and you go to celebrate, you have to respect social distancing.
Yeah.
But during the game, we can be right on top of each other. Exactly.
Yeah, that is kind of weird. That don't really make sense. You can't stay 6 feet apart during the game.
Yeah,
so
let them celebrate.
Regarding somebody, right? I'm not much of a soccer guy myself, but I assume if you're trying to D up on somebody, you got to be within 6 feet of them.
Yeah.
And especially on like corner kicks, free kicks, you have a wall. They all stand side by side.
Yeah, walls are legal, but you can't. If you score, you can't run up and high five.
I don't know how successful they've been over in Europe and stuff like that as far as soccer being able to contain the virus or whatever. But if they've been doing a pretty good job, I could immediately see, NCAA, NBA, NFL doing that same approach, kind of, but it's just going to be hard.
But you got to think about how far behind we are compared to Europe, too.
Mm-hmm.
They're months ahead of us in the recovery process.
It's I don't know. It's just going to be a pushback, or it's going to be, they're going to come up with something that's really going to be, okay, we can do this safely. If not, they're just not going to do it. They're not going to risk it. And I think companies know that they're not going to risk their players or if they have no fans, but if they have fans, they're not going to risk the fans neither.
Yeah.
Being able to spread the virus, whatever.
And I think that's the biggest part with sports that are on the world stage, like soccer, which is, probably the biggest sport in the world, or is.
Yeah, it is.
And with, you got a team from Argentina going over to Germany to play. That could be a plane full of passengers that are sick, and that comes over to Germany, and it starts a whole new epidemic.
It's like a match. One match can start a wildfire.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we all have the consensus agreement there.
Yeah, sports.
It's not worth it. I'd love for it to come back, but it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
You don't want to. It's kind of like when Kobe died. You don't want to wake up to read that so and so has passed away due to coronavirus, and then it's just, well, should we have done it? It'll be a crazy 30 for 30 one day, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so should we get into
we'll
our topics?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and start with Jacob. Your topic that you brought.
And if you hear us refer to Jacob as Ernie, it's the same person.
All right, so what I came up with is, so it's kind of a would you rather. So if you could go to, if you could time travel, would you go to the future or the past? Like, what year would you go to and why?
I'm going to the past.
Are we allowed to change stuff? Like, if I go to the past, am I going to, I can watch myself, or am I going back to, I have the knowledge of
Well, it's now? I'm assuming if we can go to the past, just assuming the whole grandfather paradox thing, where if you were to kill your granddad, you wouldn't exist. But then if
is it like the Harry Potter episode, the Harry Potter movie, where they have to stay out of the way of themselves?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I'll just go to the future because I already know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd go to the future.
Yeah, so if you go to the past, then I just have to watch myself relive my past mistakes. It's not really worth it.
Yeah, I would just go into the future and see what's going on.
If I could go to the past to the 1700s.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be your life.
But then you don't exist if you go all the way back then.
You do.
So you wouldn't be there.
Or it doesn't matter. Is you physically
so I
going
could go back.
there?
So I could go back and get on the ship.
I just snap my fingers and you can get on the ship with Columbus.
Yeah. All right. Oh, okay.
Be on the Titanic.
Yeah, that's stuff like that where if I could go to I could go back to 1912.
Oh wow.
I'm pretty sure.
1912.
Yeah.
Columbus found us a long time ago.
I'm talking about the Titanic.
Oh, whoops. I say Columbus didn't find us in 1912.
No, but if you could go back or to 9/11 or something like that.
What?
Totally
Whoa!
Oh, you said to stop it?
Yes, obviously.
We said we couldn't change anything. We could just view it, right?
I mean, if you were,
so you would go back just to watch?
No. If we couldn't change anything, I would go to the future just to see what's going on. But I mean, if we could, still do.
I don't know. I think if I can't change anything, I might go to the past. But if I can, I'd go to the future. Because if I can't change anything in the past, then I would want to go watch something cool.
In the future.
Go watch the Roman Gladiators.
Yeah, something like that. But if you go to the future and you can change something, say I go to the year 2090 and I find out I died in 2037, then when I come back to normal time, I could know not to
do
however I die.
That's another thing. Is it permanent? You got to live the rest of your life in there, or you're just there for 45 minutes?
I don't know, but what if you knowing that when you're gonna die, what if that makes you die?
It's worth the
it's
risk.
Already no, but that's why you died, because you already went into the future and you saw it.
Man, that's the risk I'm willing to take.
Can you be SOL then? I guess
you're gonna be SOL either way.
Yeah. I would say if we're in a situation where all these paradoxes and everything are just gone, and we can the whole space-time continuum isn't gonna get messed up if you change something in the past, then I would definitely go to the past.
Where would you go? You gotta pick one significant
I think
event.
I would go to
when you were conceived. Oh
No.
What'd you say?
I would go to like ancient Greece with like Socrates and all them, and I could just be like one of those wise men.
You want to hang out with like Aristotle and them?
Yeah.
Ugh.
So I could.
That'd be lame.
Yeah.
No, so I could, cause look, they're exactly like you know who they are. So I could just be another one of those names that you bring forth.
So
this
we
crazy
can
science.
alter stuff like that. We can.
Yeah, that's
All
what
right.
I'm saying.
Oh,
Like, you
okay,
can
so-
alter whatever you want. Like
So we can go back in time and alter history. All right, I would go back to.
Well, if we can go back in time and alter history, I think there's kind of an obvious
Yeah,
one
I
that he
think-
just brought up.
Yeah.
What did it say?
I would go to World War II in Germany, and
you
you
just
know,
like kill Hitler
You
as
gonna
a child
pop
or
Hitler?
something.
yeah, pop Hitler, stop all of that.
That's respect.
No offense, but screw that. I'm about to go back and like I'm gonna be the next Jeff Bezos or something. I'm not going back to nothing like that. I'm about to, yeah.
I'm going back
Go
before
back and
Amazon
invest.
or when Amazon was started, and I'm
Make something
investing
like-
in it.
Go
Or I'm
I'm making
gonna
it.
I'm gonna tell my parents to invest in it or whatever.
I'm gonna go back.
I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could start it up, but
I would.
I'm
or
gonna
at
go back
least-
a couple years and invest in Tesla.
Yeah, something crazy.
or that. Yeah.
But if I had to go back, like back, I would go to. I want to be a pirate.
Pirate.
Yeah, like I'd be Blackbeard.
Mm.
Respectable.
I mean, that's the only thing with pirates is it was so dirty back then. Like
That's fine.
dudes would be getting scurvy.
It
and-
was dirty during World War II.
He's dirty now, anyways.
Whoa! All right.
Take a shower.
All right. Anyway, where would you go then? If you gotta go like back in time.
Probably, like you were saying, go back to where
Why don't
where
you just-
Greek mythology was really a thing or whatever.
You called his lame.
So like
No, but I wouldn't be there. I wouldn't be around like the philosophers or
Yeah,
like that.
more
I wouldn't
like
be around
400
like.
BC.
Like Aristotle
Greek-
and Socrates?
I want to see if the Greek gods were really a thing.
So yeah, that's the same time period basically.
Yeah, but I don't want to hang around Socrates and whatever stuff like that.
You want to be up there with Zeus and them on like
yeah, I
Mount
want
Olympus?
to. Yeah, I want to be chilling with
What?
Zeus.
That's assuming that.
Assuming
Greek
I want to
mythology.
know for my own eyes, like if it's legit.
Yeah,
If
I'm
Greek
trying to go kick it with
mythology
Jesus.
is
Or that. I mean, yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm finna go be the 13th disciple. Because then you know you're good then.
That's
You go back.
Until
You
you
go.
betray him.
Oh, you can call me Judas.
Right.
that's another thing is, I mean, if we're talking about like Jesus with his omnipotence and everything, wouldn't he know like you're just coming back to be known as the 13th disciple?
And I just be like, yes, sir. He tells me no. You at least know to live like the correct life. Like you know to live
Yeah.
it now, but there is no doubt then.
When
I mean,
Jesus in the flesh is right there.
Yeah, I was about to say you're standing right next to that Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
when you watch him walk out.
Yeah.
Jesus,
We love you, God.
Where you going, huh?
Yeah. Where'd you go?
I going back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, we can't really guess like where we'd go in the future because you don't know.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. If I had to go way back, I'd want to go back to the discovering of America.
You want to be on the boat with Columbus,
Like,
or
yeah,
like the
14,
real
1500s.
discovering with like the Indians?
I want to come like 1492. I want to watch all that go down.
Land ho.
Well, you could make like a huge name out of yourself if we're still going off of like the whole like you
can
can
alter.
manipulate because you could just be like, oh yeah, it looks like this, and just draw up like a crude map and sell it to like the Queen of Spain or something.
You pull up and when Columbus hits that land ho, you drop him and Hunna King found America, not Columbus.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I guess we can go on to the next topic. You want to go, Hunter?
Yeah, I'll go. My topic is should sports integrate video referees like a backup?
Like
referee?
robotics?
Yeah, like how soccer has VAR. Should it be all sports have that?
I think it could help with stuff like football, with like the placement of football and stuff. When like a running back goes down and it's a sticky situation, we talked about this before, and we said that maybe let the robotic refs take over like the last 2 minutes in the fourth or something like that.
when it's like a dire situation.
Yeah, when there is no chance of messing up, because we said you can't give them the whole game. I don't think, because that just takes the whole human element out of it, and I don't think that.
And if
that
it
just
were,
doesn't feel like
if
sports.
it were to really be perfect refs, stuff on like in football, and there's like an O-lineman accidentally puts his hands too far around the defensive lineman's shoulders, and that's for like a split second. He didn't even mean to, but that's an automatic holding call, and that happens really often.
Yeah.
And
Every play pretty much.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
there's
to be
a
honest.
penalty every play in football.
That would just take so much out of the game. And another thing is just, yeah, for dire situations, I think it would probably help a lot just because you wouldn't have the whole did Dez catch it situation type thing.
Stuff like that.
The pass interference.
Yeah, against the Saints.
Tuck rule, stuff like that.
But one thing, I think they could definitely do it in baseball easily with the strike zone because if
Yeah,
you
they
watch a
already have
baseball
that.
game,
Yeah.
you lose. But it's still the ump is still back there, and it'll be obviously like out of the strike zone or in it, and they'll say vice versa of what the TV says.
I think you should.
So I think that just keeps it honest.
it should
with
be
the
just like
human
a
element.
fallback situation where maybe
Yeah.
the
Like we
referee
said
or
with-
umpire is like blatantly wrong, and you can just go back and see on video, or the robotic referee, whatever you want to call it, just calls it like it is and what it really was.
In football, yeah, when they do, when they call up in New York,
Hmm
and they're like, "What do you see here?" That could be the same kind of deal.
That's another thing.
The
like
robot
in
just
football,
doesn't mess it up. Yeah.
In pro sports, all the coaches, they have, is it 1 or 2 challenge flags?
Two.
Two,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Oh,
should they
they could get a robot flag.
yeah, or like replace one of the challenge, or just have it be, just go back to the robotic ref thing, flag, whatever you want to call it. I think that
Robo
would,
flag.
yeah, Robo
That can be
flag.
that's the name of the first
I-
episode. Robo flag.
I really like the idea of just putting it in crucial moments, though, for sure,
Mhm.
because that gets rid of like the argument of, oh man, we lost the game because of this, blah 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 blah, and it sets the point. Okay, this was the accurate call, no matter what.
There is no mistake
Yeah.
to it where anyone can get blamed.
There's no argument. This is why you lost.
Yeah, stuff
This
like
was the correct call.
with the Saints 2 years ago, or well, yeah, I guess 2 years ago now,
Something like that. Yeah.
where they got the pass interference with the Rams and all that, in the championship.
Was it championship? Is that
It
when
was
it
the
happened?
Yeah,
semis, I thought.
Was
I
it?
thought it was
I thought it was
the
to go to the.
championship.
Was it the championship and then the Rams went to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the championship. Yeah, I think so. Wow, long time ago.
Yeah, that's not the
And then they
not
played
the
in
first time.
the most boring
or the
Super
last
Bowl I've ever seen against the Patriots.
It came out with soccer the other day. The 2016 Champions League final. He was offsides and they didn't call it.
Yeah, but something so dire like that with
Yeah,
the VAR would have.
It would have saved it. It would have changed the whole outcome of the game.
Yeah, I don't think they should do it because, like we said, with VAR, if someone's a length of a toe offsides, VAR calls it
They'll
off.
catch it.
Yeah, and it's just kind of. I don't know.
It just takes the human error
yeah,
out of the game.
they try to make it too perfect, which sports aren't that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think the human error needs to be factored in too. As far as like being offsides and VAR, like it shouldn't be like if you're just a millimeter offsides,
Yeah,
then it's like whoop whoop, you're offsides or whatever.
Yeah.
So it should have a kind of range or
A
whatever.
bit of a leeway on either way.
Yeah, leeway to account for some kind of human error.
Yeah, I
So-
think. I think, like we said, for football, I can't really speak on that. I know you hate it in soccer, Hunter. Hunter's
Oh,
our
it's
soccer guy. And Trevor, I'm sure he'll be on here. In football, I think the under 2 minutes would be a
That's
good
when-
idea.
Yeah.
Or, like you said, a challenge flag would be to where it literally just can't mess up.
hmm
But then I feel like you kind of abuse it. Because, like we said, there's going to be... So would it be like the challenge flag now where you have to challenge like the idea of pass interference, or like a challenge flag where you can be like just look for any single like slip up on the thing?
I would say it's probably
Because you kind of abuse it. If you got 3 seconds left and you just throw it out there and be like, I'm going to challenge that,
Mhm.
there's a chance one of their 5 linemen held one of my players.
I would say it's the only thing you'd be able to do it on is like ball positioning type stuff. Like
If it's a
In-
first
in
down or not,
football,
like we
it
said.
is.
Yeah.
if it's like what happened with the Cowboys
With
a couple
the
years
piece of
back.
paper?
Yeah, they had to use a piece of paper to decide if it was a first down or not.
Yeah,
Stuff like that's just ridiculous. You put like a chip on every side of the ball, or I'm sure some engineer could figure out what exactly to do, but you put it so it would just have some kind of infrared, something to scan. Okay, it passed the first down line.
Yeah, I agree with that. Placement would be pretty easy, I think, and I think they can definitely do it. And that's kind of like the goal line stands, and they just have the 22-man pile-ups,
Mm-hmm.
and you just don't know if he got into the end zone or not at the correct time.
Yeah.
That'd be really helpful because they can just dig a line underneath the ground.
Exactly.
and
It's
just have
an
it go
easy
off.
fix. It's just do it or not. Just we all know the NFL's got that kind of money too.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's like if it ain't that big of a deal,
Yeah,
it's like whatever.
You know, they fix everything else that doesn't need to be fixed.
Yeah.
So.
If it becomes like a really like predominant thing, like every game, then they would invest the money in doing it, whatever. So.
Yeah, I think so. Well, so I think we can all agree with the whole
Only
situation.
in dire situations.
How would that work in soccer? Because it only gets used on goals.
Soccer right now, they use it on goals and offsides. That's the only time they use it. So in soccer, they would have to do it like last 15 minutes of the game.
That would make sense. Or like if the coach would have a challenge thing, be like, we're going to take it to VAR.
Do you think it should be used on anything else besides goals and offsides, or
There's anything else you can really use it on.
Yeah, unless they bring it to fouls. They do it on fouls sometimes now. But I don't think it should be used at all.
That just slows the game down. Soccer's already slow enough, even though we all pretty much enjoy it. It's still slow.
Yeah. I think, and that pretty much does it for that at least.
Yeah.
We all pretty much agree that it's only on dire situations, whether it be soccer, baseball, football, anything like that. So, we can bring it to me, and that what I'm bringing is kind of piggybacks off of the whole sports coming back thing. It's, what do you guys think should be done in terms, like, after this whole thing is resolved, the whole coronavirus thing? After it's all resolved, what do you guys think world governments should do to at least try to prevent stuff like this from happening in the future?
Like the disease?
Yeah, just like...
There's not really anything they can do. They're doing that. It's the humans have to listen to the government.
Yeah, I don't think you can prevent the disease, but they need to listen to the laws that are put in place for it.
Yeah, the humans just have to obey what they say and listen to the whole stay-at-home orders and stuff, which isn't going to happen, but...
That's what I was thinking. It's not really up to the governments. It's mostly just humans across the world just have to realize, like, the government can really only do so much for you. You gotta take your own safety precautions. You gotta stay sanitary, social distancing, all that when any kind of infectious disease does come out.
Yeah, which I mean, something like this is like extremely rare in the first place.
Oh yeah,
which is
like,
why.
This is literally
I think if it's something like this happened again, people would take it more serious.
Of course,
because it's our first go round of it
for a while.
And a lot of people out there, like
times.
The people that are like protesting it and stuff, saying it's not even real. That's just stupid.
All they're doing is spreading it more.
Yeah, for sure. Which is, I don't know. I mean, if you're listening to this and you don't believe it, I'd like to have you on here to explain why you think it's fake. Because I definitely think it's real.
Drop one of them comments.
Yeah.
See, I don't think it's fake. My theory
Philosopher Ernie.
Well, no, my thing about this whole thing is yeah, I understand that it's a new disease that we haven't seen before, and precautions have to be taken. We don't know what it can do, or we don't have a cure for it, and we need to take precautions and we need to stay safe. But I don't think that we necessarily need to go to the extent that we have.
Why do you think that?
You think we took it too far?
I mean, yes and no.
What?
Okay.
It's yes or no.
Explain.
Yeah.
So, I don't think that all the freaking businesses should have closed down. And I understand that people are out wearing masks. They want to protect themselves. But I don't know. I think the government and everybody's just taking it a step too far. If you just
how so?
If you just use regular, what's the word I'm looking for?
Common sense.
Well, common sense and
damn.
No.
Wow. Oh, y'all are idiots.
Yeah. You actually wash your hands on a regular basis and you just use. What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, it's airborne though. That's the thing. That's why people are wearing masks. You breathe it in. It's a respiratory
If I were to cough
virus.
If I were to cough, Travis could get it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
But apparently, the mask actually doesn't really help that much from you getting it. It helps you prevent from spreading it.
Yeah, and I get that. I mean, I don't wear a mask when I go out.
You were on house arrest by your parents for the past 2 months. You didn't go anywhere.
Well, yeah. But even still now, like everybody's wearing masks, and you don't see me sitting here wearing one.
Where do you go?
Well, people don't want it to turn into the bubonic plague all over again.
Yeah.
I don't
the people
think
that have to work in the McDonald's and stuff like that are right on top of each other, they should be wearing them, not us.
Because we go to
the people who work in banks and
we go to each other's houses
Los Angeles.
sometimes, or to the field to work out. And that's pretty much
we
it.
work out every morning, and that's about it.
So the only people we're gonna be spreading it to is
Each other.
maybe each other, but.
Yeah, you gotta think about the people in like LA that are
Well,
walk on the street.
But it's
like
literally thousands of people walking around the street. Well, right now it's not, but if anything else were to pop up in the future, a similar situation, when it's L.A., New York,
So
and it's just
are
so
you
many
trying to
people
say
walking
that
down the
stuff
street.
should just be like we should have never like went on quarantine? Is that from you believing that the disease isn't as strong as it is, or you just don't want to be on lockdown?
A little bit of both. Not gonna lie.
Well, you think it's just like the common cold?
Well, I mean, obviously it's worse than that, and I know it's worse than that, but I don't know.
But what?
I don't know. All I know is I don't think they went far at all. I think they did pretty good at what they did. I think the people should have did more.
Yeah.
I think they should have had. I think it should have been more serious.
Yeah, I think the government put the right things into place,
No,
but
we just
they
didn't
didn't
listen.
enforce it hard
Like
enough.
the curfew, where we're from, we have a curfew from 6 a.m.
To 9
Well,
p.m.
it starts at 9 p.m. and it goes all night till 6 a.m. Man, ain't nobody around here listening to that, and I think they should once, because I mean I hate to say it, once one or two people get arrested for it, they
People
gonna start
will
listening. Yeah, when you put your foot down, people will start listening. Then
I thought that ended, and I'm gonna be honest. I thought it had been ended like 2 weeks ago.
it's not over till
Yeah,
Roy Cooper says it's over.
It's not
Oh,
over.
okay. I thought it.
Exactly. No one listens to it.
It was supposed to end the 8th.
I thought
It's not.
That's awkward.
But South
Sorry,
Korea,
guys.
South
That
Korea
was
was
just
like
phase one started.
one of the first ones to get like infected because they're right near China or whatever, and they're already reopening their stuff or whatever because they've already dealt with a similar, not exactly
It's
similar.
illegal to go outside over there anyway.
Well, they dealt with a type of coronavirus before, so they knew kind of what to do, and they had social distancing already out. Everyone was wearing masks. If you were in public, you were wearing a mask. So
In some parts, you like legally have to wear them.
yeah, that's how it should. I mean, it's not that hard to wear a mask. Like, if you don't have one, you can go back and buy one. I know we were on a shortage with masks and whatever, stuff like that at one point. But now, if you can't get a mask at this point, I think you're just selling yourself short.
You can make a mask out of some drawers or something at the house.
Yeah, that too.
You don't have to go buy a
It's
mask.
not gonna be as strong as like them surgery masks, but it's something.
Yeah, if you a bandana or something.
Well, it's just to stop the spread. And, it's good that they're able to reopen, and we're taking some things from them to be able to hopefully be able to do the same and within 3 months. Hopefully not like they're saying it could last until, next summer or something like that? I know the EU said it would be a while.
Yeah, England's on like an 18-month plan.
Yes,
Yeah.
England overseas, they're on the 18-month plan.
Well, I don't know how much I believe this, but I was talking to my dad, and he was saying that after this first wave of the coronavirus, eventually we'll find a vaccine, or we'll make a vaccine. But
Well, yeah, it's a disease.
well, no. Listen, just shut up. Listen. So we'll find a vaccine, and we'll, I guess, cure the people that have it, or prevent more people from getting it.
Yeah.
But supposedly, they think that it's gonna mutate into something that, a lot faster than the flu or something.
Yeah.
Well, it's not some super plague that's going. It's not no plague
That's
type stuff.
that's the
where-
disease that's coming to make people like you open up.
Yeah.
When it kills your mom and dad, that's when
Oh.
you'll believe, this was real. I wish I
Yeah.
would have listened.
That's the big thing is this isn't no plaguing. It's not going to develop total organ failure and start killing everybody and spreading all across the world. It's just
Well, it did spread across the world. I mean,
and kill.
yeah,
Yeah.
kill everybody though. But I think given the situation, how quickly it really happened, I think the government did probably as best as it could, at least, given everything that's going on with politics. I'm not going to get into politics, though. But I think given the situation, the government did pretty well for itself. But the thing is, the government can only do so much.
It's up to the people to listen.
Yeah, it's up to us to actually take our own precautions, because it can tell us to do stuff all it wants, the government, or whether it's local, federal, or state, whatever. I think it's up to the people to be sanitary and
Big words.
It's up to the people to be sanitary and
And just-
take their own precautions.
Yeah.
But if we open up and we have this second wave or whatever, I think it's really gonna cause people to open their eyes.
Well, people, that's like when Georgia opened up, the next day they had like 2,000 more cases.
Or just like Florida.
The
opened
same
up
thing
their
with the Florida
beaches.
beaches, yeah.
Yeah. And then I think when we opened phase 1, we had like 800 come in.
I know
Yeah.
our beaches in North Carolina are open right now, and there's apparently, from what I've seen on Snapchat stories and Instagram,
Everybody's
Everybody's
there.
everybody's
Yeah.
on the beach. That's, I mean, in
Which,
my
I mean, it's
opinion,
different
that's-
being there and if you're being smart about it.
I mean, yeah, if you're staying 100 foot away from the nearest group of people, maybe that's that's better. But
Yeah.
I think in general, it's just a bad idea to be going to the beach
Yeah,
right now,
just knuckleheaded
just because it's so
kids.
many people.
Yeah, it's just people not listening, which they're never going to until it hurts
They're,
someone.
yeah, they're
close to.
they're really not though.
A lot of people,
you know?
they got to get.
No one's
slapped
gonna
in the face
listen
or
and
something.
say people. You gotta have a eye-opening. What's it called? Occurrence to.
But
Yeah, an epiphany.
I think if they went ahead and
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
you know what, straight up, we're gonna
Here you
go
go.
ahead. We're gonna go ahead. Everyone, you gotta wear a mask. If you're gonna go out, you have to wear a mask to prevent it from spreading.
If not, you get
And
a
then-
fine. Something
Yeah.
like that.
Or
That
just
would-
places like,
People don't like losing their money, so
or places like Walmart and stuff. Even then, like not even necessarily a fine, but like you
gotta get
don't
out.
have a mask on,
Yeah, I know.
you
What
can't
was it?
come in.
What was it, Costco or Whole Foods or so? It was something like that. Some store. It was this thing got big about this lady. She was complaining because they weren't letting her in because she wasn't wearing a mask, and they just straight up told her like, no, we're not gonna let you in. You're not wearing a mask, and she got all uppity about it and posted it all over social media.
Yeah, those damn Karens.
Yeah. But what you I mean,
But yeah, I definitely don't think they went overboard. I definitely don't think they
I
did.
think
anything,
given the
they didn't do
situation,
enough.
I say, if anything, it wasn't enough to me.
given the situation, they did,
The best they
Yes.
could.
But what's y'all, the whole overarching question is, what do you think government should do in the future? Do you think,
I don't think there's nothing you really can do.
Do what they did, but actually enforce it.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
whole-
just put your foot down next time.
the whole detection, like as soon as you like detect it, we should be taking steps. Like if there's a new disease coming out, like how coronavirus, everybody was
Coming out like a new car.
yeah, like,
Oh,
that's
gosh.
yeah, it was something like that. Like I remember it was all just up in the memes and everybody was posting all about it when it was
Yeah,
in
and then it
China.
got here.
Yeah, then it actually got here and people don't know what to do. Like I think as soon as it starts getting big, like it's a new infectious disease, nobody knows how to have a vaccine or anything like that for it. I think we should start taking precautions there, not waiting until it spreads to us, because then it's already too late.
Yeah, facts. But like we said, there's nothing. That's one of those kind of situations I don't think you really can speak on until
there's
it
no
happens.
there's no vaccines for it.
There's
only
not
so
going to be a
much you can do.
vaccine. I don't think you. What I've seen is they can't find a vaccine bars until it's like 12 to 18 months.
Yeah,
It ain't gonna be here for a while unless they get lucky. Yeah, because they gotta do the testing, even if they
Yeah.
find something.
Yeah, and then that's gonna.
There's
I can promise you, there's gonna be like the mesothelioma commercials. There's gonna be if
Oh,
you were
yeah,
the
of
first few
course.
selected for COVID-19 testing, you may be in danger to lung cancer or something.
Get your
maybe in
'Cause the
time
government's-
for compensation.
Yeah, compensation.
Compensation.
Big words, huh? But yeah, because we all know. Well, maybe not we all know, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the government hits that. Oh, it'll raise your blood pressure and your cholesterol, but you won't get COVID-19. So,
Yeah.
but they're just not going to tell you that part.
oh well.
Yeah, better than that, huh?
The vaccine's free though.
Yeah.
Well.
So yeah, there's nothing you can really do to absolutely stop it, but it's just taking precautions to slow the pace in the first place as soon as possible.
It comes down to us as a country, really and truly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We gotta be better.
Yeah.
Everybody.
As a
you
whole,
know?
people of the United States,
Gotta be
or
better.
really,
Hoorah!
Hey, we're all one high school football team. We got to be better.
Don't talk about it.
Be about it.
Be
Yeah,
about
yeah. You got to listen to the government. You can't talk about it. You got to be about it. All right, you want to go, Travis? Your topic?
Yeah, I'll go with mine.
Why don't you get in front of the mic?
Mine's kind of simple. Basically, with Kim Jong-un almost dying or whatever, would you guys go and hang out with him since now he's alive?
What? Hang out with
No, like-
dictator
like
Kim
a-
Like,
Jong-un?
but
Yeah,
like,
you type-
no, hold on. But
Oh,
like
no.
Dennis Rodman did, because
I'd hang out with Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about Dennis Rodman. We talking about Kim Jong.
You were just talking about
Because
Dennis
some of the
Rodman.
things he was describing, he was like, yeah, we had all these parties, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, I was talking about him as a person, Kim Jong-un as a person. But if you were guaranteed, like, you weren't going to die or nothing like that.
Oh, yeah,
would
nothing
you,
else.
Assassinated
would
by
you go
some
hang out
Chinese
with him?
assassin or something like that.
Yeah, I think I
I'd
would.
do it just to say I did
Yeah,
it.
so yeah, how
Exactly.
many people can be like, I kicked it with Kim Jong Un and his Korean bitches?
Exactly.
I mean,
I'd do it.
I feel like
Be
if
so
you were
funny.
invited, like if you were to say
This
like,
was not what I was expecting you to talk about.
No.
That
That
is
was
an
out of the
Instagram
blue.
post and a half. Me posted up with Kim Jong Un. Who can say
Yeah,
that?
yes. You can tag Kim Jong Un in your Instagram post.
That
I
in
mean,
itself makes it worth it.
I feel like if out of nowhere the leader of North Korea were to invite me to like come hang out with him for the day, like the interview, that movie that came out a couple years ago, I feel like if that type of situation would happen, the also thing would happen where like the U.S. government comes in and they try to tell me, maybe not assassinate him, but they're gonna give me some type of bug to listen in or something.
Oh God, the government knows.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know how Dennis Rodman even got there. That's crazy.
It's because it's Dennis Rodman. He
Yeah,
really
Dennis
wants.
Rodman's a bad man.
But now you just be cool. Like, he probably take you on his badass, like, helicopter that he has, stuff like that. I know he has, like, a train and stuff like that, too. Beautiful, probably beautiful country besides, like, you know, those stuff that's going on, blah, blah, blah. But the
I just-
landscape itself.
I just want to get a look to see, like, well, I don't know. There's only so much. If you're like a visitor from the U.S. invited by the big supreme leader or whatever,
Yeah, Kim
There's
Jong Un,
only-
the god.
yeah,
Wait,
there's only
wait,
so
wait,
much.
wait.
They're not.
Kim Jong Un, the dictator.
They think he's a god, but anyway, there's only so much they're gonna show you, because I mean, if it's truly like a huge dystopia over there and they got those death camps, obviously they're not gonna let you see that. They're just gonna, take you up in a helicopter,
Yeah,
ride
fly
around
you over the nice
yeah,
parts.
in the palace or whatever.
He doesn't take you to the whole
Yeah.
death
People-
chambers.
Yeah, people, in the slums and stuff like that.
I feel like.
Fun little trip.
I mean, I would do it just cause
Why not? Why not? Why not go hang out with Kim Jong Un if he wants to hang out with you, and go in his personal helicopter?
So long as I'm not getting like assassinated by some guardsman or something like that in the palace.
You know you're 100% safe. You'd kick it with Kim Jong. I would.
Might get a nice
I wouldn't
souvenir.
say like I'd be his friend.
A souvenir,
Yeah, here, take
like
this.
a flag.
No, take this.
He
piece of
signs
this missile silo or something.
Yeah, we blew up this part of Russia and didn't tell anyone. Take this. Yeah, I'd kick it with Kim Jong Un.
So what did Dennis Rodman do? He just
You don't know
literally
that?
just kicked it with.
He went-
Dennis
hang out
Rodman
with
is
him.
super, like, they're like friends.
What?
Yeah.
Like, he's gone over there and you can Google it. Like, he said that an 18-piece band came out and they had like an orgy and it was just like they kicked it. Yeah, him and Kim Jong Un.
Had a good old
There was
time.
one thing I'm assuming it wasn't real. I'm almost certain it wasn't real, but like one person's like an article I saw somewhere, like I said, probably 100% fake, said the reason we haven't been nuked yet is because Dennis Rodman is still here.
It'd be possible.
Maybe.
You're gonna call Dennis back over and be like, "All right, you push the button this time."
Oh God, they make him nuke his own country.
Or-
All right.
Nah, I think it'd be really cool. Just being able to. I mean, I haven't been out in the country neither, so just doing that alone,
Yeah.
that'd be a
Yes,
milestone.
you have.
Oh yeah, well I don't count that. I don't count that going on a cruise. I mean,
Did you ever
But-
like stop at the Bahamas or anything?
I mean we did,
That's
yeah,
outside
but
the
like,
country.
Yeah,
I
you're
mean,
in a
You've
different
been
country.
out of it.
well, yeah,
I've only left
okay.
the state like 4 times.
Yeah, World Traveler Travis over there.
Yeah.
I've been
You're
all
one to
the
talk. You've been on like 8 cruises.
way- Yeah.
Hey, no.
Ernie's been all the way to Hawaii.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Make a wish.
That is a whole
Oh yeah, and
other
Ernie's been
podcast
to
in
Africa.
itself.
Yeah, Ernie's been to Africa too.
Oh yeah, on that big trip.
It wasn't a big trip, but
Or,
all right.
was
We
it
going to
mission
Nina?
trip? I mean,
But yeah,
Yeah, I forgot
to
you
wrap
were
you up. I'd kick it with Kim Jong Un.
Same.
I would
Yeah.
just to say I did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not to. I want him to give me like an autograph. All right, so mine. I don't know how much Ernie will be able to speak on it, but you can guess. Is I have the NFL awards. I'm gonna go ahead and since it's our first one early the off season, is who do we think is gonna win which
Like the
awards?
NFL, like MVP and everything.
Yeah. So we're gonna go MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, and Rookie of the Year on offense and defense.
I know. I mean, Patrick Mahomes right now has the highest odds to win
Yeah.
MVP. I saw on SportsCenter posted on Instagram or something.
Is Offensive Player of the Year a thing? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Is it broken? Do we have to break it down by conference?
I know it's
or
offensive
just
rookie,
in
isn't it?
general?
Yeah, it's a conference.
Okay.
Yeah, that was dumb. It's by conference. Good job, Hunter.
So my prediction for MVP.
And Comeback Player of the Year.
I'm going with Patrick Mahomes. There's a pretty obvious reason why. That
Okay,
means
he's a
That's
beast.
bad
that
man.
man's a dog.
Pretty solid.
Mr. Trubisky.
And everyone
Trubisky.
No.
that might have been. We can cut that part out.
If only.
Mahomes is probably gonna get it.
I would say, Mahomes. Maybe Lamar can get it again.
Yeah, I wouldn't be.
If he-
I don't
if he
think
can
Lamar will
continue.
be as good this year due to the.
People
I
are
think
gonna
people just know how
adjust
to
him.
stop him. But then you can say thing for Mahomes. So I don't know. We'll see. You could say people will
I think it would be
figure out a
easier
way to stop him. It's
Yep.
just I think it's easier to stop Lamar
Jackson,
than Mahomes.
just because- Mahomes. Like, you know what he's doing. He's throwing that thing 70 yards down the field. It's just
Can
can
you
you
stop it?
defend it? You
Yeah,
just
but the
gotta
thing
be
that limits
good.
is Mahomes' receivers compared to Lamar's.
True. But I mean, with Lamar, you gotta have like a linebacker or a defensive lineman.
With
maybe
Lamar, you just
receiver.
gotta have hope.
Yeah, you gotta have hope you can catch
Your
him and
D
get
line
him down.
can collapse the pocket without him getting out. Is the
Mhm.
biggest thing.
They gotta invest in some great edge rushers.
I'm gonna go really against the grain, and I'm gonna say Josh Allen in a breakout year. He's gonna be MVP. That's what I'm going.
I hope you're listening to this, Keith.
Tom Brady out of the division. Buffalo had a good year last year. I think Josh Allen's gonna step up, become the
Josh
MVP.
Allen was going to be my offensive player of the year for the AFC
Okay.
over Mahomes
Ooh.
because of his running ability. Josh Allen is a freak, and I'm a big fan. But yeah,
That's what
I
I
honestly
said.
never watched much of Josh Allen this past season just because I only watched him in the.
well, no one really watches Buffalo.
I only really watched him in the
Playoffs.
In the playoffs.
Oh, and he has Diggs now, so yeah, that's
They got Diggs.
yeah. They got stuff on
They
Diggs
traded for him.
in the trade.
And
Yeah.
then their running back that was so good, Singletary was a rookie last year, I believe,
Mhm.
or was his first year starting for sure.
So he
So
only gets
that'll-
better.
yeah, hopefully.
And their defense is gonna be pretty solid, so that's more possessions for him.
You
I mean,
know,
that's just
I think he's gonna be up there. He's
that's-
gonna be up there.
potential.
There's potential for it.
Yeah, I'm a big Josh Allen guy. I think he'll be all right.
How about this? If y'all had to pick a non-quarterback to get it, who's getting it?
MVP?
Yeah, MVP.
Derrick
Yeah,
Henry.
Michael Thomas.
Lamar
I do-
Jackson?
I do Derrick Henry.
Lamar. Okay.
No, I'd probably go Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry. I'm saying, Derrick Henry, Michael Thomas, obviously, because he was actually in the running last year.
Your man Khalil Mack, if he has a good year.
They're not going to give it to a
And
defensive
then-
player.
and
Because
there's
if anything,
yeah.
it's Aaron Donald.
Unless Khalil Mack can come back totally, but if he has like a historic season, just
Even-
a
they
record
won't give
amount
it
of
to
sacks.
Aaron Donald got snubbed that one year
Yeah.
when he was absolutely a
2017.
freak.
Yeah.
He had like 22 sacks or something.
He broke the record, at least it was for the conference or the division or something. He broke the record for the most sacks, I'm pretty sure.
I just know he was getting crazy double teamed, and he was
Oh,
He was
still
still, you
effective.
can Google the chart, and he
Going
was
crazy.
breaking still, like,
Double,
he was getting
triple
triple teamed like 50% of the time, which is insane.
That's a
Because
man.
it's crazy he did that well with the sack numbers, and he's interior defensive line, which is crazy.
Yep.
So, all right, defensive player of the year, T.J. Watt.
I'm going with my man Stephon
Stephon
Gilmore.
I'm going.
Repeat.
Okay, I'm a Steelers fan. Travis is a Cowboys fan. Hunter is a Patriots fan. Scott's a Bears fan, and then Ernie doesn't care.
Ernie's a Redskins fan.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so I'm going T.J. Watt. I think this will be his. He's been very good, but I think this is the year he just takes over. And I think he's already a top 3 edge rusher in the league
I'm saying
with Mac.
Yeah, Khalil Mack's obviously gonna be in the running.
And
But if I were to pick somebody that's like not necessarily crazy in the running, I'm saying Eddie
a
Jackson.
dark horse.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see it. He's a ball hawk,
Exactly.
but I don't think that's a dark horse. Like
Mhm.
kind of like Josh Allen, Travis said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like to be completely realistic, I think Jamal Adams probably has a pretty good chance as well.
I don't think he would just because he's on the Jets.
Yeah. They would have to do good, you
Yeah,
know.
true. The rest of his team has to do good around him, but
I'm leaning towards Nick Bosa.
Nick
That's who
Bosa.
I'm thinking. on the
Oh, yeah, he could be up there
49ers.
for sure.
They have a good D-line, so he's going to have a lot of opportunities, a lot of one-on-ones.
And
So,
They only got better in the
Yeah,
offseason,
and
which
they
is
win
scary.
Yeah.
games too. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I think
Nick Bosa.
his brother's a damn good
Yeah.
choice too with Joey.
Yeah, on the
They're both
Chargers.
freaks, but I'm
They're-
going
he's still on Chargers,
TJ.
right?
Yeah. Even he came out and said he wants to come play in San Fran when his
oh my
contract's
gosh,
up.
that would be
Dang.
absolutely crazy.
Because they're on opposite
Bosa
sides.
bros on either side. That's a scary sight.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick would be my pick for sure. I think he had a good. Was he Rookie of the Year?
Yeah.
Real defensive
Defensive,
Rookie
yeah.
of the Year?
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe he'll have another season where he goes off even better. So that's my pick as far as defensive player.
Offensive player. We already said Mahomes.
Offense player of the year.
Mahomes, Lamar.
I couldn't even tell you. My safe bet would be Saquon maybe.
Michael
Maybe he'd
Thomas.
break out.
Saquon. Well, is it really a breakout year? His rookie season was his breakout year.
Well, I'm just thinking about the
I think-
Giants as a whole.
I was thinking he could be. Obviously, I have Big Ben for comeback player of the year too, but Saquon could be because he missed like 6 games.
I got one for my comeback player.
Who?
Rob Gronkowski.
I don't like Gronkowski anymore.
You don't like him anymore?
No, because after when he came out and said like it hurt to play football and it wasn't fun anymore, this, that, and the other,
And then he
and,
just wants
and
to
then
Buccaneers,
as soon as
Buccaneers just 'cause Tom went.
Tom gets on a stacked team, he's like, oh yeah, I'll come play. I don't like
As
that.
soon as his boyfriend left, he was all
Yeah.
for it.
Like the whole threaten to retire when they tried to trade him in 2018. I don't know. just
But I
don't
mean,
like
it was
that
to
stuff.
the Lions. I understand not wanting to go to the
Going to
Lions.
Calvin Johnson.
Yeah, great players. Barry Sanders, Calvin Johnson, just absolutely been worthless
Great career.
in the career
Die.
with Detroit.
Oh well, I don't know. I just don't like that. It's
Touch
team
it up,
first
John.
to me.
Yeah.
Ernie, what do you think? Who's gonna be?
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta
Throw
know
a
this.
random Redskin.
Do you know?
Do you know a single one?
Dwayne
Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah.
And we could see him. It'll be his first year starting. He was a rookie last year, and he got to start the last like 5 games
How
probably.
did he do?
Good.
He did pretty all right for a
not
rookie.
yeah. So yeah, not like oh my
Insanely
goodness.
good, yeah.
But he definitely did. To not play much. He
Freaking
definitely
nuts.
did better than
What
you.
I'm praying as a Bears fan is Nick Foles has his breakout year up with us.
Nick Foles has a breakout year.
Yes.
You know
He's
how
a
old
Super
Nick
Bowl
Foles
champion.
is?
Hey,
Nick Foles won the Super Bowl.
He
I think that
literally
was
won
his
the Super
breakout
Bowl.
year. That was
yeah,
his
but
breakout year.
You know, he was a backup the whole year though.
Yeah,
I'm talking breakout
You
year.
know he started in St. Louis for like 5 years before that.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna see a breakout year from Nick Foles.
Well, a good year then.
I think
I'm
his
saying.
breakout
I don't
moment
think Nick
was that
Foles will
Super
start
Bowl.
over Trubisky.
You don't think he's gonna start over Trubisky?
Uh-uh.
I think
y'all give
I think
him
he's gonna be
that.
good competition.
Yeah, but
I mean,
I don't.
at the very least, Trubisky's gonna get driven to get better.
Yeah, you got the 2 best backups in the league. No, I don't. I'm not a. I think Trubisky is better than people give him credit for.
It's just the only thing. Like he's a good runner. He's somewhat mobile. He just got to get his accuracy down.
Well, he did pretty daggone good against the Cowboys last year. I
Yeah.
tell you that. That was you talking about a breakout game. That was absolutely sad to watch.
Mhm.
I think that was the game when I made the switch as a fan for the year. I couldn't do it with Jason Garrett as the head coach. So I said I'm gonna be a Steelers fan for the rest of the year. I changed flags. It turned out pretty good for me. I mean, they did pretty good for the rest of the way with what they
Now
had.
you're
We
back
fought
to the
hard.
Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm back now. Mike McCarthy's gonna lead us home, baby.
Team
That,
war.
that's another good shout for Offensive Player of the Year. Your man, Ezekiel Elliott. You know, he can come out and dominate again.
I'm going to disregard that because Mike McCarthy has never had a good running game in his offense. He is a pass-first head coach. So this is, I think, the year
For Amari
Dak
Cooper.
Prescott is on that franchise tag, and they hit that. You don't cut it well with Mr. McCarthy. We're going to bring somebody who can cut it in
Oh.
because he had
He
Aaron
keeps
Rodgers,
asking for all
and
the
they didn't
freaking
have.
contracts.
He never had a good run game in Green Bay when he was the coach up there with Rodgers,
They did this year finally. Believe.
but he wasn't there.
I know. I'm just saying this year they finally switched over to give Aaron Rodgers some little bit of a break.
So
Yeah.
Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones and then Jamal Williams. They're they're a really good duo, but I don't think Zeke will have. He's gonna get his 1,000 yards for sure, but I don't think he's gonna be.
Offensive Player of the Year caliber.
Yeah. I don't think he'll be that.
You always got Christian McCaffrey going off again.
Yeah,
That was
facts.
an option.
I didn't even think about Christian McCaffrey. I might even put him
They got
offensive player
Teddy
of the year.
Bridgewater too. To add,
Yeah,
to
wow.
like take some pressure off compared to
Yeah,
Kyle
he
Allen.
Bridgewater. Yeah, he handed the ball to Christian very good.
They didn't have him this year.
What? No, not Bridgewater. Oh,
Kyle
Kyle,
Allen.
yeah.
No, he sucked. But yeah, I think Bridgewater will help them a lot and will take some pressure off because Bridgewater also brings in the running factor. He's got some legs on him too.
Alright.
That's why I wouldn't be mad if we signed to RG3, but we're not going to.
Hmm.
Just for that what if factor.
Did
None
he-
of our QBs can run.
Yeah. Well,
Was that it?
he can run.
Last name just comeback? We already said comeback player. What yours was?
Who do you think Coach of the Year is gonna get?
We got Coach of the Year and rookies.
And agreed.
Oh.
I can see it. I mean, you
You're
literally
just going with a solid pick.
Bruce
He's
Arians.
the best team.
Super Bowl winner.
Yeah. I would say him. I mean.
Shanahan in
Yeah.
San Fran.
I'm going to go with the Chargers head coach, whoever that is.
Todd Bowles.
I'm going to go with him. Because I
I think it's Todd Bowles. Don't quote me.
the black guy?
Yeah.
I don't think. Did they?
I don't know.
Did they hire him?
I'm just guessing.
Well, whoever the head coach of their team is, I think they have a good shot. Because
I think the Chargers are going to be horse poop.
I think they'll be second in the division.
Do you
Behind
think they're going to
Kansas
be?
City?
Do you think they're going to be better than Denver?
Yeah.
And Oakland.
Better than Oakland.
I don't think they'll be
better
than
than Denver.
I don't think.
Not
they'll
better
be
than Kansas City.
No one's going to be better than Kansas City. I don't think. I don't think they'll be better than Denver. I think Drew Lock has a very good chance to get a breakout season because it'll be his first full year starting.
Mhm.
So now we got rookies. Well, and everybody didn't say that Coach of the Year.
Oh.
I'll go with Brian Flores. I think Miami will be second in that division.
Mm.
And he deserves at least some votes for it if that happens.
Who do you
I'm
have
saying
winning that division?
Buffalo.
Buffalo, yeah.
Realistically, it's probably gonna be Shanahan or Reed.
Who's
Just because-
the coach in? Bruce Arians is in Arizona now. Who's in Tampa Bay?
Bruce Arians is in Tampa Bay.
Well, then who's in Arizona? I thought that was Bruce Arians.
Young guy that came from
Cliff
Texas Tech.
Kingsbury.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah, no. Bruce Arians is up there too, just because
Yeah.
Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Rob Gronkowski,
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, and then.
They're going to get a star running back here soon, probably.
Oh.
Be absolutely
Yeah.
loaded.
Yeah.
And they got O.J. Howard still.
Yeah.
Who knows what they're going to do with him?
Run that 2 tight end system that Brady loves so much.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Which with them two, with Gronk and OJ Howard.
It's basically him and Aaron Hernandez all over again.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
So, what
So
about
rookies.
Yeah.
Defensive and offensive rookie of the year.
Um,
Travis is gonna like mine.
defense, I don't know many defensive rookies, so I'm going to go with Chase Young.
That's a solid pick. That's a Redskin, Ernie.
Yeah.
He's a freak. He'll be good for sure. My defensive rookie of the year, if he gets the chance to start, is Trayvon Diggs in Dallas.
Okay.
I think he can be, if he can just work on the small things, he'll be good. He's already got the size and athleticism. It's just learning the system. I think he'll be all right because Dallas is bringing in a new defensive system and offensive. But Trayvon Diggs, I liked him a lot at Alabama. Big guy, fast, solid weight. I think he can. He can be a plug and play kind of
I
guy.
don't play enough. I do not pay enough attention to college football
To know
like
the rookies.
at the high level to know exactly who I want to pick for rookie of the year for either side. So,
Offensive, I'm taking my man in Pittsburgh, Chase Claypool.
Offense, I'm going with
What is
another Alabama player,
Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy.
I'm going CD Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb.
Well, I mean, he's got a good shot,
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if coming out of the next season, he's the man compared to Mark Cooper.
I wouldn't be surprised either, honestly.
Cooper, I think, is just a little too. When he's on, he's really on, but when he's off,
He's
off.
really injury prone too.
Yeah.
It's seeming like
I think CD, if he can have a solid first year and get in Dak's on Dak's good side, I wouldn't be surprised if he's the number one coming into the 2021 season. I'm taking
Yeah,
Claypool
That's all
in
I
Pittsburgh. And Judy's not a bad pick. It's just the whole Drew Lock
Yeah.
part.
All depends on how he does.
Yeah.
I can see him playing better this year for sure, though. They
He
got.
played good last year, I thought. To be.
Well, I'm saying better.
Yeah.
He's
I
gonna
think he
improve.
could have a breakout year this year, is what I think.
He's gonna also. He's gonna need more help from his O line though.
Yeah.
And Philip Lindsay needs to get back on because he had that one
They
year
got
when he
Melvin
was a
Ingram.
rookie. Did they?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Well,
That's
never
why I
mind.
was confused as to why you thought San Diego would be better than them, because they got San Diego's running back.
Well, San Diego still's got Austin Eckler, and he was going off.
Man, Austin Eckler ain't nothing
He
compared
was
to Melvin
he was
Ingram.
going off when Melvin Ingram was playing.
I'm taking
Melvin
Ingram.
Gordon.
Yeah, Gordon. Ingram's still there. Whoops. I think he'll help them a lot, and he can take the pressure off of Locke to not have to sling it 50 times a game.
Praying for
Right.
him.
Does that wrap everything up pretty much?
That's all I got.
think that's it.
I got a question for y'all on the football theme.
What's up?
Do y'all think Cam Newton is gonna get picked up by anyone?
Oh,
Yes,
Lord.
for sure.
By who?
I don't know, but I definitely think he'll have a job.
He deserves to get picked up.
I wouldn't be surprised if the New England Patriots got him.
I would not be a fan. I'm not a fan of Cam Newton.
That's
at
probably
all.
my bet to where he would go because Bill Belichick, he could probably put him in a right kind of system along with what they got going on right
With his
now.
body getting tired, he needs to.
I said the biggest thing with Cam is people just don't want to take the risk. Now the Panthers screwed him over by releasing him super late, but I think people just don't want to take the risk. He's like 30, 31 and coming off some pretty major surgeries. I don't think that's the biggest thing.
I think
he deserves to be picked up for sure,
on.
and he will. Maybe not soon, but by the end of the season, Cam Newton will be on a roster.
I think the Patriots' system of the quarterback more just sitting back and running things as has happened for the last 20 years.
Well,
that doesn't go along to Cam's style, but if they can shape him to become more of that instead of running so much just because his body's starting to get old and he's been hurt so many times, because he has the arm to just sling it. If they can get some real fast receivers or anything like that.
Nikhil Harry, baby.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I want to say it would work in New England, but then again, I don't because, like you said, that's just not his style.
Yeah, that's not his
Cam
system.
Does not sit in the pocket and throw the ball.
Yeah, but even then, Brady was known for being able to get the ball out in like 2 seconds, and that also, but that's the thing too. It
That's
could
part of
also
their system too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. It could work really well. You tell Cam like you don't have to run, just trust the receivers are gonna be there. You take a step back and throw it because we know he's got he had the arm, but coming off that surgery,
True.
We're gonna see if he's got the arm, but he deserves to be picked up, and I think he will be picked up.
It's just he's got to manipulate his style to become less so run heavy just because.
Yeah,
his
he's just gotta
a
which I don't think that would be a problem, especially with a coach like Belichick or something.
He needs to use his legs more like kind of like a Mahomes does.
Like
he
roll
uses
out
and
side
yeah.
and sling it.
Yeah, to get around, like he'll take off sometimes, but he's not like being that running back sort of quarterback where he's gonna
run,
take off and truck,
quarterback.
truck through somebody. So
especially with his size.
Yeah, he's like 6'5".
Massive. This guy's huge.
Must be nice.
He'll definitely get picked up though, at some point.
Yeah. Well, I guess that'll wrap it up for us. If you tuned in, thank you, and we'll see you next week.
Bye bye.
I'm sorry.